Her own. Talk about a supermom. Founder of Bold Helmets, we welcome Tina Singh. She joins us with more, including her incredible helmets, which are finally out there for you to purchase today. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh. Talk to us about how this started. You're a mom of 3 boys, plus you're an occupational therapist.
Yep.
So, of course, for any parent, safety is top of mind. You wanted your kids to get out and enjoy cycling safely.
Yeah, I wanted my kids to be able to go outside, pick up their helmets, grab their bikes, ride like all the other kids on the street. And, you know, after my oldest son turned about 5 years old, I ran into a real struggle finding a helmet that would fit him properly. He keeps his hair, it's in a top knot. He wears something called a patka, which is not a full turban. It's like a small cloth covering. And so when I went to try to fit helmets on him, they wouldn't sit in a way that they would actually be able to do their job. And so a couple of years ago, I spoke to my husband about it and said, like, there's got to be a better way, right? And so this is what we found to be the better way.
I can't believe it's taken this long, but thank goodness you did it. So when it comes to trial and error with something like this, because it is very much for safety, you have to go through so many measures and so many tests.
Yeah, it's a whole process, right?
Yes.
So from the initial concept, then having someone try to create it, and then the testing, it was a whole learning curve, but they are safety certified. So through the process, I learned certain aspects of our original design wouldn't pass safety testing. So we made changes, different iterations, and now here we are.
They're super cool. You have like the cool shiny colors. There's blue, there's red, there's the matte black. What has been the response so far? Because you're making a ton of news for obvious reasons. The need is there. So how does it feel, first of all, to have that reception and interest?
So I'm really thrilled. It's gotten so much traction. I'm really excited about it because it's a passion project for me, means a lot. The response from the community has been overwhelmingly positive. Many parents like me saying, you know, I thought a lot about this when my kids were young, and, you know, I could have also very easily said, they're going to grow out of it, they'll be old enough, be able to manage it themselves, and I'm glad that we got to this place. There are members of the Sikh community that feel that you should not have anything covering a turban, and I think that's where we have an opportunity for education as well, outside of the Sikh community, where we talk about the difference between a turban and a patka. A patka that my kids wear is a small cloth covering and not a full turban that's like, you know, 3, 6, 9 meters of fabric.
And you were worried about your boys. You're like, listen, you could do some cycling, but if you want to go up and down ramps, I don't feel comfortable because your helmet's not going to stay on. It's not safe. It's not doing what it's supposed to do. And your husband has experience too, where you're like, whitewater rafting, or what was the other one you said? Zip lining.
Zip lining.
Where you go, you're like excited, give me that helmet, give me whatever it is to be safe, and it's not that easy.
Yeah, and the batting cages, same thing. And those are like very current, recent examples. And on top of it, I worked in acquired brain injury. That was the area I worked in for my years as an OT. So needing a helmet was, you know, I needed a helmet for my kids.
Oh my gosh, it really makes a difference between injury, life and death sometimes, all of those things. Now you've changed the name. People might be saying, hey, I've seen her around and I've heard about her product. It was called Sikh Helmets.
Yes.
And now it's Bold Helmets. How come?
So now it's Bold Helmets. There were some members of our Sikh community that had some concerns around the name. And so we took some time to reflect on it, and we've decided to change it to Bold Helmets. And I hope that changing the name would get rid of any confusion that there's endorsement by the entire Sikh community, because there are those people who feel nothing should go on top of, you know, again, not a turban, a patka. Our kids should just be wearing full turbans. And I think that for parents like me, whose kids are already wearing bicycle helmets that just don't fit, here's an option that works.
That's great. Speaking of, anybody watching right now and says, I need that, we need to know all the details. We can order it now. There's pre-orders happening now to hopefully arrive in March.
That's right. Okay. So we've opened up pre-sales for Canada. Okay. And we've opened them up at a discounted rate. You can go to our website, www.boldhelmets.com, and you can order them, and we hope to have them delivered to our customers in March.
And you have all the sizing there for measurements, because you said the ages is roughly...
So it's 5 to 12. I say 5 to 12. So like any helmet, you need to measure your child's head circumference. These are in one size right now, size small, so it's 48 to 56 centimeters. Okay. And all the colors are there to choose. And you have different, like the strap length, just in case you need a little more leverage. They're fully adjustable. So the straps that are on there are fully adjustable, and we also have the fit adjustment dial at the back.
Your boys must be so happy. Like, look what their mom did. That's incredible.
Know. They're tired of trying on helmets, but they're excited to have their own. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And now here it is for everybody. Thank you so much. Continued success. Yeah. It's not easy being an entrepreneur, but what you're doing is definitely fulfilling a need that is out there for so many. And it's available. Order it today. Check it out again. BoldHelmets.com. Pleasure meeting you, Tina.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.